This is a video for a Honda Civic. It's a 2.2 EST. The EST comes with the big screen sat-nav, which I'll show you inside in a second. It's a 2010 facelift version rather, as you can see here, with now 41,500 miles recorded. What I'm going to do is just go to the back of the car first so the shadow isn't in the way. Bear with me 1 second. Alright, so we're going to go down the offside of the car. Obviously I want to do it in the daylight so you can see just how clean the car is. Just going to go down the flank first of all, just to show you, really crisp. I can't see any car parking dinks or dents on there at all. So the offside front wing is rear wing's in wonderful condition. Loads of tread on the Michelin tyre at the back here, and the alloy wheel is completely unmarked. Going down the panel work, you know, really clean car. Front wing, again unmarked on the offside here. Michelin tyre on the front to match the rear, and again alloy unmarked, and loads of tread on the alloy itself, on the tyre itself. Come around the front here, so I'm just going to go past my own shadow. Bear with me. Generally all in very fine order. Lenses are all good, there's no cracks in them at all. Stone chipping on the front's minor, it's got one or two little ones, just about make them out, but you know, you can touch those in relatively easily, or we can do them anyway. But really, you know, very nice condition on this offside. So what I'm going to do now is just stop the video and turn the car around. Right, so I'm going to do the near side of the car for you now, again in the daylight and sunshine, so it puts out any imperfections for you. Again, near side, front wing this time, completely unmarked, nothing on there at all. Another Michelin tyre in wonderful condition, loads of tread, and alloy wheel, no marks, no curbing, nothing. Coming down the side of the car here, you can see the wing mirror housing's all good. Pretty much blemish free. It's in wonderful condition on this car. Final wheel and tyre, again Michelin, so you've got a full set of Michelins on the car, alloy wheel, completely unmarked. Right, around the back of the car now, you've got a full set of parking sensors fitted to the car. They're all colour coded to the vehicle, and again back, as with the rest of the car, is in top condition. So externally, apart from the odd minor stone chip on the front, you're looking at a really high quality, very good condition car. So just before we go any further, I just want to quickly put the car in reverse, go backwards so you can hear the parking sensors working. And there you go. So coming into the boot area of the car now, colossal boots on the Civics, as we all well know. Parcel shelves all there, good and intact. Its video probably doesn't pick up on just how good the condition of the boot area is here. Plastics are completely unmarked, it looks pretty much like new in here. Got your power outlet in there, nice and high. Got the back of these 60/40 folding seats in wonderful condition. All of it's really lovely in here. As you probably know, if you look at Civics, you'll know that you've got this hidden, you can pop that up there and hold it in position. So you've got this little extra cubby hole there. Pull that back, drop it down, you end up with another 6 or 7 inches depth in the boot there. So coming to the back of the car now, rear offside door card, near side door card rather, absolutely superb condition, it just looks like brand new. Sill area, again completely unmarked. I've put the rear seats in their vertical position. This kind of shows off the magic seats, brilliant design that allows this absolutely cavernous area behind the front 2 seats if you so wish. You can see there you've got rear mats in the car. The car benefits from a full set of car mats in the car. Back of the front passenger seat and driver's seat, fantastic condition. Everything in here is lovely, really lovely condition. Drop the seats down, pop that up, chop it down, pop it up, drop it down. Beautifully engineered, leaves huge legroom in the car, and the rear seat that in all honesty doesn't look like it's ever really been sat on. Okay, come to the driver's door card now. Again in truly wonderful condition, which is a bit of a repeating theme on this video. All the trim there is really nice condition. Sill area, absolutely beautiful condition. Driver's seat, it's completely unmarked. All the bolsters are absolutely perfect. It just looks as new. Likewise, front passenger seat, again, fantastic condition there. Just to show up and above, obviously you've got this lovely big clear panoramic roof which looks great in the daylight today. Press a button to close the blind over and it closes out the sunlight, or press it back and it opens it up again. Right, so I'm in the car now, engine is running. Just to show you on here, we've got the full owner's manual pack and the lock and wheel nut key is with the car. All the plastics in this car are in fantastic condition. It really is a wonderful, wonderful car in terms of its condition. Here you see, this is part of what they call the T, which is the EST trim. So you've got this lovely, big, modern sat-nav system on the car. Rest of the dashboard, pretty much completely unmarked and looks kind of factory fresh in here. I love this dashboard, two-tier dashboard as you can see. That then gives you this lovely high-up display and your main dials below. As you can see with the rev counter, the engine is running and there's no warning lights at all on the car. Coming down a touch, I've got this multifunction steering wheel. That then gives you audio controls on the left-hand side and cruise control functions on the right. Down below that on the right-hand side is controls for the information display system. On the car, on the ES model here, you've got auto lights and auto wipers. And coming across here, you've got your big red start button on the car, and you've got your folding mirrors. If I press a button there, you can see those folding in, hopefully, and then folding back out again, so it all works perfectly. Mileage on the car at the time of this video, now the car's finally got to us from the dealer, 41,579 miles. So finally under the engine bay here now, always nicely presented, and don't worry, the engines always sound far noisier on the video than they do in reality. But it's a really good order underneath here. Wonderful, wonderful engines, hugely economical. I drove one home last night and at 55 to the gallon out of mine. Being a CTDI engine, that means there's no DPF filters to worry about, and no cam belts either, as it's got a cam chain, so that minimises any future big goes. But lovely engine and fantastic order. This is a video for a Honda Civic. It's a 2.2 EST model, registered EK1ORNJ. Mileage currently on the car 41,584 miles. This video should follow on from a walk around and appraisal video of the car, which gives you an insight into the condition of the car, and exterior and interior. Purpose of the road test video, as short as it may be, is just to give those who are coming from a long distance away from us the confidence to know that if you're coming to see the vehicle, then you can do so without fear that the car's got any faults or otherwise, other than that I may bring up on the road test itself. The reason we do this now is that people are coming further afield to us. You know, the internet's kind of shrunk the world, and it's meant that the near continent and the extremes of the UK, people are spending days, sometimes many hours, coming to see us. And I think the least we can do as a company is to ensure that when you do come to see us, you come to see a known quantity. This car in question, what I try and do with these videos is go through it in order of the things that you would probably want to sort of check out yourself first, and obviously the fundamental things for you. So first things first, engine of the car, obviously 2.2 diesel. The engine is a wonderful, wonderful example of this brilliant, brilliant engine. It starts instantaneously, no noises, no smoke that or anything that shouldn't be there. Settles to a very immediate and subdued idle on the car. It pulls absolutely beautifully, very, very smooth. The performance of the car is kind of borderline hot hatch. It's a genuinely quick car. But what it can also do is achieve astonishing fuel economy. I've set the fuel economy gauge about 2.6 miles ago, whilst battling through the traffic to come out of Bristol itself. So I'll just see kind of what we do on the way through on this test drive for you. So I'm not going to be trying to be over careful with it. I just want to drive as people would drive normally. So engine, you can tick the box. It's a lovely engine, and it's a very, very sweet, refined unit. And this is the facelift version, so it benefits from a few sort of mechanical upgrades that Honda brought to the car in 2009. car obviously then drives through clutch and gearbox. The clutch of the car is light, the pedal is squeak free, no clicking from the ratchet or adjuster on it at all. It bites really positively, exactly the right point on the pedal. So in essence, absolutely superb. It then goes through to this brilliant 6-speed gearbox, very slick, very smooth shifting. All the gears get engaged absolutely beautifully. It's got a lovely feel to this gearbox. It's obviously cable operated, as all gearboxes, or most gearboxes are now. But what that can mean with some manufacturers is that they can be quite vague and lifeless. What Honda do, which only a few other manufacturers occasionally kind of can manage, is to give it a genuine feel, a weight, and a mechanical feel to it as well, which is lovely. Always finds its way home. You just let the springing of the gearbox do its work, and hopefully when I can get on the move again I can show you. But in terms of kind of the powertrain of the car, engine, gearbox and clutch, you can absolutely rest assured the car drives really beautifully. You see there, just click on the gearbox. It's just a lovely action, and it just picks up speed beautifully. Brakes are solid, lovely brake pedal right at the top. It's got plenty of feel, but it's well modulated, and I can't feel any vibrations or shudders through the brake pedal at all, which suggests that the discs and the pads are in good order. But given the history of the car, then that comes as no surprise at all. The steering is lovely and precise, as it should be, and it's got, again, as with the braking, I can feel no detectable wear in it. Things I'm looking for, as you will be, are things like sort of wheel wobble, or does it track straight? And in both regards, absolutely fine. It's it's just perfect there. It's got my hands off the wheel and it just bullet straight. I can't feel anything through the suspension that suggests there's anything really much worn underneath there. Normally you're looking out for things like kind of anti-roll bar links or track rod ends, which might have a little bit of movement in them. But certainly for the driver's seat, it feels incredibly tight and as close to new as you'd reasonably expect any used car to be. It does have that really straight off the production line feel to the car. It's a lovely example, as the walk around video has suggested. Every button I pressed works absolutely perfectly. I listen out for things like wind hiss from any sort of seals in the windows or windscreen that may have been perished slightly or damaged, and I can't feel anything. It's it's a genuinely very quiet car. Brings me to the interior of the car, as it says in the video previously. Beautiful condition. It's quiet. There's no squeaks. There's no movement at all that I can detect in the car. The quality of the interior is very high anyway on the Hondas. But as with all the sort of modern plastics, they can mark. But whoever's had this car previously has kept it in really fantastic order. The whole dashboard is just, again, looks very like it's come out of an incredibly low mileage car. Being the EST, this is a version that has as you can above my head, this lovely big glass panoramic roof, but it also then benefits from the parking sensors, which are now fitted as standard, cruise control, dual zone climate control, as you can see high up on the display there. But the T variant has this lovely big screen, very modern sat-nav system, which works very well, very easy to read, and it forms part of a really nice package of the car. The dashboard, as I say in all my videos, I'll never tire of this dashboard. I think it's an absolute work of art. Not only does it look fantastic from a design point of view, but from a practical point of view, in terms of operating the car, it's brilliant to use. We've got this lovely high up display for the speedo, which as I'm driving ahead looking at the car in front, I can take that information in without moving my head at all. It's just a slight movement to the eyeball, or just out of your peripheral vision, It's there, it's just instant, rather than having to look down at a binnacle as you get on the conventional cars, trying to assimilate information. To the right of the speedo, you've got this little econometer to give you an idea of just how economically you're driving, and to the left you've got a little warning light to say as you're approaching the red line of the car if you rev the engine hard. Then set down in sort of a more conventional pod is the main information display, and you've got a lovely big bold rev counter on the car, and a crystal clear information display set in between in the middle of that. Either side, fuel gauge, temperature gauge. Temperature gauge is in exactly the right position on the car, which is kind of a third of the way up, which is what you'd expect on the Civics. There's no warning lights displayed on the car at all. I'm not expecting it to, but I just want you to let you know there's nothing here on the car. Nothing flickers on or otherwise. But a lovely car to drive. This multifunction steering wheel, nice to hold, nice diameter, and you've got your audio and cruise control fitted into it. But these roads are really kind of what this Civic thrives on. It's these tight and twisties. The car really does drive beautifully. It's got a lovely flat stance to it as you turn in the car into the corners. It doesn't wallow about. It just turns in, hits the apex, holds it, and then exits. It's really unflustered. But what's really nice is if you've got family or children in the back, it's got a firm ride, which I love. It's criticised for that by some people, but I like it. It's the right side of harsh. But what it does then give you is, if you're driving down country lanes with your children and they're wallowing about in the back of some soft and squidgy car, they can get travel sick very quickly. This just gives you a wonderful controlled body control, and that means that the kids aren't getting thrown around in the back of the car. But really, I just cannot fault the car. I mean, I've now been driving, in not ideal conditions. I've got 52.3 mpg registered on there. I drove one back, same engine as this last night, back to my house in my normal drive, and I got 58 to the gallon. We claim about 50, just to err on the side of caution, so no one's not satisfied basically with the cars, as we always do. Obviously, it all depends on how you drive the car and where you drive them. If it's pure town driving, you obviously don't achieve as much, but on roads and open roads like this, sort of mid-50s is actually very easy indeed in the car, because it's got such good low-down grunt. This is the smallest car they put this engine in, so you benefit from obviously a lack of weight and very good aerodynamics, and that then combines to give not only incredibly good economy, but this extraordinary performance you get from the engine as well. It's a lovely unit, which is brilliantly refined. So what I'm going to do now, hopefully that's enough on this video, just to give you that peace of mind, if you're going to come and see us, that there's no issues with the car at all. If I've missed anything out on either this video or the previous one or the advert text, then please do call and I'll answer any questions you may have about the vehicle.